All right, rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's DJ Slab One. It's WrestleMania 30, which is in New Orleans, our backyard. We have the man who is over so big right now. Give a big yes for Daniel Bryan. Yes.
What's up, everybody?
Yes.
I can only do so many. They've already.
Yes, I got it for you.
Yeah, they've already tired me out as far
Yes.
as
Yes. Man, welcome to New Orleans, man.
Thank you.
Man, you've been going through it. You've been going through the ringer. The establishment has been on you. How do you have the nerve just to wake up in the morning, to just go to the gym, go to the ring, and just do your job with
You know what? A lot of it is the fans. You know what I mean? They're just so supportive, and they give you that backing. And also, like, I've worked really hard to get here as far as that. And so, just somebody telling me that, hey, you shouldn't be in this position doesn't really stop me, because people have been telling me that for a really long time. So yeah, you've got to keep working hard.
And hard work is like your moniker. You know, from the indie circuit to NXT to now, and you've always kept character. You've always been that solid wrestler. You know what I mean? Core. You know, I can't say no frills, because the frills come with the wrestling.
Right.
Because I don't want to say you rarely see, but very technical, and it's like very detailed. It's like somebody writing a book.
Yeah.
And it's so many details. You know so much about the character. You know so much about where this character's been, where they come from, what they're doing, how they react to everyone. It's a great look. And I want to salute and commend you, because you're doing a damn good job.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, and it's interesting because for me, I'm just myself. I just go out there and I'm just me, and so that makes it a lot easier than if you're trying to go out there and you're trying to, for example, a Fandango or something like that, where you have to go out there and I'm a ballroom dancer. You know what I mean? Like, I get to just go out there and be me, which is the best part.
And you from the get-go, even in Nexus, even in you were yourself. You didn't fall into, I won't say a gimmick or name, but like you were kind of rebelling against that. Because for a minute you dropped off Nexus, and boom, you showed up as Daniel, the wrestler.
Yeah.
No affiliations, no nothing. It was a clean start, and it was a great lesson.
Yeah, and I think that's really what's helped me. As far as like some people, it's difficult to get started in WWE, because people have such high expectations and they want you to be entertaining right away. And like so, but once people, and it's funny because people too, they come up to me and they're like, wait a second, you're a wrestler? What's your wrestling name? And they say Daniel Bryan. That's not very exciting.
Right.
And like, yeah, it's not very exciting on the surface, but then once you see me and once you start watching and you start to watch the product, you're like, oh, I can like this guy. Man, he goes out there and he busts his ass every single time he's out there. So,
how is it to go from yes to no? And yes, no, then back to it was no at first. No, it was yes first, and no, then back to yes.
Yeah, and then the no stuff was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because it was like, so kids would be out there going, yes, right in my face, and I'd be like, no. And so as far as it being fun, it was a lot of fun. It just like allowing, it just antagonizing people. As a psychological experiment, it's fascinating, because it's like, but all these people saying yes, okay, how do I keep them saying yes, but still want them to kind of boo me, feel like they're booing me, and then like the knowing. So like, yeah, it was that was a whole lot of fun.
How was it working with Kane, like the championship?
Yeah.
Tag team. It looked. First of all, I want to commend you again. I never saw that side of your personality with the doctor. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Like comedic timing and chemistry was excellent. You guys did a great job. And I haven't seen that side from you before.
Yeah.
How was that? How did that come about?
Yeah, it was just interesting. They were just, they were just looking to do something with Kane and I, and so we did this thing. And it was never supposed to be a long-term thing. I don't think they ever anticipated, or we ever anticipated actually being a tag team. It was supposed to just lead into kind of a feud. But then it worked so well, and people liked it so much that it turned into something good. And it's you also have to commend Kane, because he's been around for a long time, and he's been able to change so many different times. And he's somebody who you wouldn't expect to necessarily be able to do that either. And that's, I think, what made it work, is there's these two like kind of weird characters kind of meshing in this really weird, fun way. And we ended up doing a 10-minute live hug segment on TV. Like, you would have told me that when I was 21 years old. You would be trying to hug a man for 10 minutes on live television. I would have said you're crazy.
SummerSlam, me and my main man, we were in and you got Ja.
Yeah.
And we still feel some kind of way about it. How do you feel about that situation? And how's that? Is that situation motivating you going into WrestleMania this weekend? What you think?
It's motivating, but it also gives me confidence in the sense that I main evented SummerSlam this year and did what I feel like a very good job with it. And so the only thing higher than that is main eventing WrestleMania. So and that's been the kind of the key to my career is not taking these giant leaps, but it's step by step by step, and those steps have led me to now the opportunity to hopefully main event WrestleMania. So yeah, it's given me a certain amount of confidence that I can go out there and do this.
How does it feel to be totally over, and did you see it coming?
Oh gosh!
Like you are, it's over for you.
Right.
Like it's serious.
Yeah, I don't actually feel like that. I feel like okay, I need to go out there and still prove myself every night. And so I haven't gotten to that point where I feel like okay, now I'm a made man. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like okay, I have to keep going out there and proving myself every night because if I don't, they can easily. Then they are no longer cheering what they were cheering for before. Like that, you have to keep that mindset when you go out there. And still, I still feel like even though right now I'm being given this tremendous opportunity, that if somebody else that they think is more appealing, or that the company is more what the company wants, who wears the suits real well and is tall and that sort of thing, they would love to have that person replace me because they think, oh, that person could be more mainstream or whatever. So I have to keep working hard to even just keep the position that I've had in the past and work hard towards getting better in the future.
Your thoughts on your match versus Trips?
I'm excited. The very first pay-per-view I ever watched was WrestleMania 12. Well, not the first one I got live in my house with my buddy. It's WrestleMania 12. It was Triple H's first WrestleMania. And
not the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior. And it's funny because both of our first WrestleManias, neither of them went very well.
Right.
And now, but it's interesting because when you're in high school and you're watching Triple H, you don't expect to be like, okay, that's the guy who I have to go through to get to my first main event of WrestleMania. Like it's just cool. It's amazing, just the way life goes around and how as a fan you grow up and then you end up wrestling these guys who you thought were just awesome, you know. So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to is getting in the ring with Triple H.
Now you got 2 matches on.
Potentially, if I get through the first one.
Like I said, you got 2 matches on. How do you feel? Are you ready for? Because all right, let's say you get past Trips.
Yep.
All right, you got Randy and Batista.
Yeah.
Let's say hypothetically you're gonna get past Triple H.
Okay.
And what's your thoughts on Randy Orton and Batista?
Yeah, Randy I think is fantastic as far as and Batista's been interesting. His whole return has just been fascinating.
But it's funny though because it's like it's really Batista because Batista's like so.
Yeah.
I want the belt. I'm not worried about it. And we kind of need that.
Right.
Because
exactly.
it's like, it's cool to cater to the fans, but the bad guys or the heels cater to the fans too.
Yeah.
And they really should.
Right.
Like they try hard to get the boos.
Right.
The boos should come naturally, just being an a-hole. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all you have to concentrate. And Batista's like, man, look, I'm here for this.
Right.
I don't care what y'all say.
Right.
I'm trying to play this game. I'm not worried about that.
Right.
So I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, and triple threat matches are always interesting regardless, you know. And so I'm interested to see how if I get past Triple H how that match will go. So, but Randy, I actually look up to Randy a lot in the sense, not as far as his personality goes, but how Randy is the most dedicated as far as taking care of himself of anybody I know. Every match he does, he warms up for 30 to 40 minutes. After every match, he's stretching, icing, he's cooling down, all that kind of stuff. He treats himself like a professional athlete. When for years the wrestling mentality has been, okay, kid, it's time to go to the ring. You know, get up from your chair and just get you walk down the thing, and then afterwards you just get in your car and then go. Randy takes care of himself. He treats himself like an athlete. Like, I appreciate the hard work and effort that Randy puts into it.
What are you watching on the network?
Oh my gosh, so much stuff. So much stuff. Okay, so the network is awesome for me as a wrestling fan because you can go back and watch all this stuff that, like, as a kid you only, like, kind of vaguely remember and stuff. We've been really getting into, like, because I couldn't afford pay-per-views when I was a kid. And so, like, all the stuff from the early 90s, I wasn't able to watch any of those except for some of them when they came out on video. You know, and so, like, we've been in the locker room watching the old WCW pay-per-views. Spring Stampede 94, which has this awesome, like, Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair match, you know, like all this awesome stuff that, like, you just didn't get a chance to watch. We've been watching a lot of Dustin Rhodes matches, just because,
Dustin the natural Dustin Rhodes.
Just because Goldust is in the locker room, and like, hey Dustin, what was Tom Zink like? You know, like all this stuff, because Dustin did feel that was a part of all that, so we can ask him questions and like all that kind of stuff. So all of that's been a lot of fun.
How is it being on Total Divas?
Okay, so the nice thing about being on Total Divas is that they're not actually following me around. They're following Brie around. Because if they were following me around, it would be infuriating. So, but just coming in, doing my little thing, and then being able to walk out whenever I want. Is, you know, it's nice. Last night, Total Divas was filming at the Drew Brees Foundation, the Harper that we did. And so I saw Nicole coming, and with her brother and her mom, and the Total Divas camera crews following them, and they were coming towards Brie and I like this, and Brie has to stay right there because the cameras are following them. And I just peeled off and like and left them to their devices. So
because my wife watches it. She loves it. And she's like, that Daniel Bryan is a good guy. That John Cena is messing over this.
See, and that's the one thing I have over John is that I come off as a good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah,
good guy. You come out clean.
Yeah.
John, I think I didn't see the episode. The next one, but the next one looked like it's crucial.
Yeah. But then John wins them over because, like, they, you know, with the 50 Shades of Grey stuff, I forget what the guy's name is. Something. Yeah. Christian Grey or something like that. John's got that whole, like, wealthy mansion type appeal with the fancy cars and all that kind of stuff. And so it's like me and Brie, we share a Honda Fit. And it doesn't even have automatic locks. So it's like we don't.
You got a Tahoe like me.
What's that?
You got a Tahoe. You got a truck.
No, I just have a little Honda Fit.
Man, see, WWE Universe, this is a rich man. He does not ball till he falls. It's not no big expenditure.
No.
Like I've been watching. I recently got married, and I've been watching how you guys have been doing. Like, he has wood invitations.
Yeah. Those I had to spring for those. Though. Those were mildly expensive to me. So,
this is a holistic guy, man. He does nothing wrong. He does nothing wrong, man. I don't know what else. What else we got for him, man?
I have one question. Only one question.
What you got?
What was the first thing that ran through your mind on Total Divas when you caught him on your bus? I saw your face. I saw the look on your face.
So Brie is the one who caught them, right? But it's easy. We had outlined the thing. There was no erections on the bus. Right. And clearly they broke the rules.
No erection and no pooping.
Yeah, no pooping on the bus. Because the bus, as far as I was explaining, doesn't handle the poop very well.
No, not
no toes.
Look, he did some tours with some cats. I did some tours with some cats. We know all about it. You have to hold your back till you get to the rest stop.
Right, yeah. So yeah, it was, I don't know, it was just comical. It makes you not want to ride with 6 to 8 people ever again, yeah.
One couple in the front yard cool, but not the whole payload, man.
Right, yeah.
Monday Night Raw, we have tickets. Will we see Daniel Bryan as a new world champion?
Yes.